Today, Fun with Flowers and Jay is brought to you by the California Cut Flower Commission. California flowers are America's flowers.
Welcome to the world of flowers. I'm Jay Schwanke. I've spent my entire life surrounded by flowers. As a fourth-generation florist, flowers have been a part of my daily life for as long as I can remember. Now I'm on a mission to share my knowledge and love of flowers with everyone I meet. Growing, picking, arranging, designing, and sharing. It's all fascinating to me because I love flowers. Anything flowers and everything flowers. Welcome to Fun with Flowers and Jay. This week on Fun with Flowers and Jay, we're following the Kit Kat Klock float through the Rose Parade. This float is entirely made out of all California-grown product and has more varieties of flowers than any other float in the entire 123rd Rose Parade. Row after row after row, thousands of roses, each one being individually vialed so it can be placed on its appropriate float, providing a water source for the entire parade route. And here we have the California-grown roses that are for the Kit Kat float that'll be placed on our beautiful California-grown float. So I'm here with Woody Young, the president of the Kit Kat Klock Company.
Yep.
And the Kit Kat Klock is American made.
Absolutely, and has been from the very beginning.
And so today, we're looking at an all California grown float.
I wanted to make sure that we, since we're an American icon,
Correct.
that we had American flowers on our float.
Awesome. And so we've got bird of paradise, we've got eucalyptus, we've got bells of Ireland that have all been grown in California.
Absolutely.
Now, the other thing that's interesting to me about the float and you and the company is the fact that you have a background in ornamental horticulture.
Yes, I do. I went to Ohio State University.
You have a ring.
Yes, right there, and it's right on it. The Ohio State University, right there.
Right.
And I wear it proudly. And I have a major in ornamental horticulture there,
okay,
along with a dual major. I was a marketing major as well, and had a 5-year degree. And so I grew up in the nursery. My father was a nurseryman, and I grew up in the nursery all my life. And this is something that is part of me, flowers and trees. As part of my background, I'm a former president of the California Association of Nurserymen of Fort Orange County. So I'm
flowers and plants are in your blood.
It is. This did not just happen. And when we were told that the flowers were going to be coming in from foreign sources, we said, what can we do to make it American? Wow. They said, we don't know, we only buy foreign. Every fiber of my bone ached when I heard that it was not going to be grown here. Everything on the float has a story behind it. Just like the flowers being here in the United States, every person on the float has a story as well. We have one of the farmers who grew the flowers. He's on the float.
Mike Milano. So I am here with Mike Milano Sr. You are going to be riding on the Kit Kat float.
Yes, that's true.
Now, some of the stuff that they're using is what we have here. We've got the eucalyptus.
Yeah, we got
seeded
two species of eucalyptus. The liatris comes from our farm, and these are bird of paradise. They come from our farm. Now, the flowers on this float are not only from our farm, they're from growers all over California. The California Cut Flower Commission has worked with Kit Kat to source the flowers so that we would have all California flowers.
And now we're 2 days into float building,
yeah,
but this is going to get covered with roses, there's going to be more gerberas, all sorts of different things, and it's just amazing. So now, how many people will work on this float?
We've had quite a few hundred. Every shift that we have, we get about 40 people, and we have 2 shifts per day. So we're getting at least 80 people. Some come back that were here earlier in the week, but most of them are first timers.
And they're volunteers.
They're all volunteers.
And every inch of the float is covered with a botanical material then, correct?
Yes. And it's not dyed or processed in any way. It's its natural form.
From a floral aspect, we don't see black flowers, so what's covering the cat?
The cat is covered in onion seed.
Onion seed, which is black.
Yeah.
And is that
naturally
what
black.
also goes along here too?
Yes, so everything that's black is onion seed.
And onion seed is tiny.
It's tiny and it likes to roll off easily. So you have to put a lot of glue, and the cat itself has 2 coats.
Keep up the good work. You got a lot of work to do, so we'll let you get back to work.
Thank you.
All right, thanks so much.
Bye.
A huge treat. I am here with Jim Hine. I have known you for such a long time. You are a charter member of AIFD. You are Mr. Rose Parade. This float is special for us because it's all California grown, and it's the Kit Kat float.
That's right. And this was definitely on the onset a challenge I felt, but then as working with it, it's been a real adventure doing a float that is entirely fresh cut California product.
Right.
And it has the most varieties of flowers of any float that we've done in many of years.
Wow.
More types of flowers. So it's been a real interesting thing.
A man who started AIFD for all of us, a man who makes magic with flowers. Why do you think flowers are so important?
All you have to do is look at somebody's face. People walk in here. We had visitors through here today. We had 1,200 people come through here earlier today on tours. To see them walk into this facility and just to look at this and see the expression, it's worth every moment of suffering. I once said at one of my programs that I was producing that, you know, I buy more roses and give to America on New Year's Day than anyone else, and it makes a lot of people happy and a lot of people filled with joy and sets it off for a new year.
You are one of the lead designers on this. You're putting the flowers into place.
Some of the arrangements, as you can see, have like thousands of placements. I mean, you'll have like 300 roses, 400 birds of paradise. I mean, you know, stories.
How do you get all that stuff into one block of foam?
Those wonderful designer blocks, chicken wire, and bus tubs. And then you pray. No,
I see you go up to an arrangement that I think is done, and then you got a whole bucket and you're adding more.
Jim likes them lush.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
It is awesome. I mean, how many flowers you really can get in one design. But of course, it's impact, it's groupings, because when you see them on camera, it makes such a difference. You know, you really viewing them. You can't do that salt and pepper look where you do onesie twosies. So you have to do mass groupings of color.
Of color.
That's where it's all about.
Woohoo! There it is. We've now seen this a California grown float. How about that?
See, one of the things that a lot of people have realized for many years, cut flowers in the homes makes it more homely, makes it more alive, makes it like you brought some of the outside in with you, and it freshens up the house. And so see, cut flowers there's a reason why a lot of people still love cut flowers constantly in their homes.
This is the only one of 2 floats this year that we're certifying as California grown flower floats. But I'm convinced that this is going to get people excited about trying to really bump those numbers up for next year.
I like that you're thinking we're going to double it at least.
At a minimum.
At a minimum. Now, this float is interesting too because there's more variety on this float than any other float in the parade. And it's all from the bounty of California.
Yeah.
It's the microclimates. When we were doing our California growing experience and visiting 30 farms, each individual farm has its own microclimate.
Right.
And we have tulips on this float
Yes,
that are grown in
look at
Arcata.
that.
We have, you know, Mel Resendez, his protea that grow down in Fallbrook. We've got Carpinteria, which and
Gerbers and chrysanthemums.
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, just the microclimate gives us such diversity.
That's really California. First of all, California is one of only 5 Mediterranean climates in the world. So already we have a strategic advantage. And then we have all these microclimates, soils, and very innovative people.
Well, I'm hoping, my dream is that this is going to start a fad going back to California grown flowers.
Exactly.
And where it's all started from, you know.
Look for the California Grown label and choose America's flowers. Special thanks to Farmers Credit West.